Yeah, it's Andy here for Go Nomad, aka Pigs on Bikes, and today we are in El Tunco in El Salvador. We've been here, hang on, let me do this. There. So, this way is the road out of town. This is La Libertad if you carry on up this way, and you go to the highway, and then you can go down to El Sunsal and El Zonte in this direction. El Libertad is about, I don't know, 8 kilometres, Tanya says. There she is, look. There you go. It's like the little oracle of all knowledge in the world. So let's have a walk around town, shall we? So we've been here for about 4 or 5 days now. We've not eaten here, but this is a cracking little pupusa stall. Seen lots of people eat out of this one. We've got another one further down that is our favourite. I'm just going to wait for this car to come past. So if you don't know what pupusas are, then I'm going to do a video on what are pupusas. It's kind of the national dish here in El Salvador, but for this video we're just going to walk along the main street here in El Tunco, and I'm going to point out a few of our favourite things, and then we're going to go down to the beach and you can have a look at the beach, which is all pretty cool. If you walk up that way, it's a dead end. Don't bother going up there, but there is actually a dough mill up there. A lady that mills up maize to make the pupusas out of, and also it's the same kind of dough as they make taco out of as well. We're staying here, which is Montpellier. Hang on, Tanya has to say something.
There's some hostels and some little restaurants up that road as well.
There's some hostels and some little restaurants up that road as well. So this is where we're staying, Montpellier. I'm going to do a video about this place because it's mega cool. So carry on watching the channel for the video on Montpellier. And so all the way along here, you just got some kind of... This road runs parallel to the beach, and on there, that side, we've got the... On this side here, we've got the sea, which you'll have a look at in a minute. So, nice little coffee bars, snackery, eatery kind of things here. We've got the tourist police in the middle of town, and where they regularly patrol, keeping the place nice and safe. And I'm sure if you ever have any issues or need any information, they'll probably help you out, as long as you can speak Spanish, because not so many people here can speak English, which is a bit of a bugger for me, because I can speak about 10 words of Spanish. So here we go, just down the high street. So this is a cool little shop. They've got loads of stuff in this little shop in here, and you can buy groceries, some snacks, even some tins of refried beans and things like that, and bread, milk, jugs of water, and all sorts of stuff. So most places that you stay here have a pool. I don't think I've seen a place here without a pool, and there's lots of places to stay here, and it ranges from about $10 a night all the way up to the more expensive end of things, about $50 a night. Now it is off season at the minute, so it's not very busy, and because it's off season they've chosen to dig the road up and lay some new services, probably some drainage, but that hasn't hindered us at all. This is a great little bar we ate in here last night. I just had burger and chips, but it's amazing and really cheap. Burger and chips in here for $3.50. This is a superb little pupusa stall, so you can see here pupusas. So you can say pupusas with beans and cheese for 75 cents, and the most expensive dish on there is $1, and that's each. So you need, I eat about 3 or 4 of them, and that does fill me up quite nicely, even for an evening snacky meal kind of thing. Although it's quite hot here, so I don't need to eat too much, not as much as what I tend to eat in England. Daytime temperatures around 30 degrees at the minute, 28 degrees, something like that. And at the moment it's 10:15 in the morning, and it is Sunday. So last night around town it was quite busy, although the Friday night seemed to be quite dead. So if you're going to come wanting nightlife, then Saturday night might be, from our experience, might be a better bet. And you can see here another pupusa stand. We've eaten in here as well. This is pretty good in there, although the service was a little slow, the food was very good. You can see the ladies back there just frying up pupusa. And like I say, you need to watch the video on pupusas. Coconuts here for $1.50. Surfboard rental here, because realistically there's not much else to do here apart from relax, and also you can relax, and in between relaxing you can do relaxing, surfing, drinking and eating, sitting in a pool, or walking around, which is basically what we've spent the last 5 days doing. One thing that you don't get here is you don't get too much hassle from people, so you don't get too many people coming up to you saying, do you want this, do you want that? Haven't seen anything to do with any drugs or anything like that, which is quite refreshing. These two have been playing ball here for about 4 days. So now we're down on the beach. Now you can see the beach here is a stony beach. That's because it's low season at the minute, and in low season all the sand gets washed off the beach, but apparently in high season the beach is very sandy and one of the most popular along this stretch of coast. So if you carry on right up there, 8k, you end up in La Libertad. And if you carry on down in this direction, you get to Sunzel, El Sunzel, and El Zonte, about another 10k further down the coast there. So we were in this bar last night. It does $1.25 beers on happy hour, 4 till 7, and we were in there till about 9 o'clock. And then we went on to drinking the local Pilsner, which was $1.50 a bottle, so that's pretty cool. A lot of these places don't open up during the day. This place opens up from about 5 PM, and the tradition is that the sun goes down at the moment. The sun sets around 6:20. You want to get down there for about 5:30, because basically everybody who's tourist in town collects at this end of the beach to watch the sunset over in that direction there, and it's pretty cool and it's nice, you know. You just come down here, watch the sunset. You can see, you might not be able to see, but out in the distance there's continuously people surfing out there, because this is surfers paradise apparently in El Salvador. These breaks are continuous year round. And you can see it's a pretty steep beach, and this is coming in, this is Pacific, so this is coming in right the way over there. Somewhere is Cambodia, which is like my second home at the minute. But you can see the main breaks over there, and there's people been surfing them all the way from here, all the way in to the shore. Every day that we've been here so far, they've been surfing them. So like I say, apart from surfing, beer drinking, eating and relaxing, it's not too much else to do here. We walked into La Libertad yesterday, which took us about 1 hour and 3/4. I don't think many people do it because the locals looked at us as if we were weird, which we probably are. And lorry drivers kept beeping their horn at us just out of entertainment, I think. This is quite funny. I don't know what's going on with this resort here. This resort here is, I think, is abandoned. And last night people have pitched all these tents up here because it's Saturday night. Pitched tents up on there and just partied. And you can see they're still there and probably here for the weekend. Night before last was a terrific storm, actually, and so was the night before that. So we are in low season, which means wet weather season here, and it rains quite often. although today's a lovely day, as yesterday was an excellent day as well. But yeah, you can expect some really kind of torrential, monsoon style tropical storms and rain every few days, but it's not continuous. So, you know, prices are a little lower during low season. It's a little less crowded during low season. Service is a little quicker during low season. The beach has a little less sand during low season. Beer is a little cheaper during low season. Food is a little cheaper during low season. And also some places are closed during low season as well. Or maybe not open quite so much. So, yeah, I mean, there's the pros and cons of coming during low season. I would say high season or low season is pretty cool. This thing here is called the pig, right? Apparently because it looks like a pig laying on its back. I think it looks more like rocks, so I'd probably call it rocks. But you know, if you want to call it the pig, you can. Now, it's the tide's coming in at the moment, and you can see the high tide mark along here where all this wood washed up in the storm the other night. This wasn't here before the 2 nights of storms that we had. And by the way, during the day, it was actually fine. It wasn't raining at all during the day. Main street now, and then I'll find something else to video. So the red flag hanging from this pole means that it's too dangerous to go swimming, which of course all the surfers blatantly ignore because, you know, you want the big waves. I think that's about all. Let me just do this for a minute. Yeah, so there we go. So that's 12.5 minutes of El Tunco here in El Salvador. Just on a side note, some people say that El Salvador is unsafe. Now I'm sure in certain parts, the same as in any other country, it is unsafe. But I've never once felt any threat or malice here. I've never seen any trouble here. There's a strong security presence here to keep people safe. The economy thrives on tourism. They're not going to let that be affected by crime, if you see what I mean. So don't feel any real fear, more fear of coming here than you would anywhere else. I've had an excellent week here so far. The people have been nothing but amazingly friendly, even though I can't speak any Spanish at all. They've been nothing but accommodating, friendly and welcoming. So come to El Salvador, come to El Tunco, check the place out for yourselves, because I think it's excellent. We're only going to stay 3 days. We're here, this is day number 5 already, and we're going to stay here tomorrow as well, just because the place is chilled and relaxed. So anyway, there we go. Like, share, subscribe, email me at goingnomad123@gmail.com, and check out the website, check out Tanya's blog for loads of info on El Salvador. That's www.cantravelwilltravel.com. And above all, stay safe out there.